Guys, if you're looking for new construction here in Delaware, I got a great one here. I'm super excited for this one. You know, it's October, I got my spooky colors on, but no tricks, only treats. This one right behind me, we're going to be exploring, we're in the community of Woodfield here in Magnolia, Delaware, which is in Kent County. Behind me, we're going to go see this Stavanger 3, which is one of their models. I've showcased this model in another community, but honestly, it's one of my favorite models. I'm super excited for this one. We're out in Woodfield, right here in Magnolia, great location, close to everything. And we're going to see this one, and then they have another new model that's brand new to Delaware as well. We're going to go through that one. I'm going to show you a little bit of the community. Yeah, just a great community overall, located in the Caesar Rodney district. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Brandon Windom. I help people buy and sell homes here in Delaware, and I've lived here my entire life, and on this channel I talk about everything Delaware related, buying homes, selling homes, local stuff, new construction, everything you need in order to, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home here in Delaware. And if you're potentially thinking about buying or selling a home here in Delaware, I'd definitely love to have a conversation. So I'll put my info on screen now, and again in the description below. Feel free to reach out. And with that being said, guys, let's go check this one out. So guys, this is the Stavanger 3. They built this model in Middletown. I love this model, but I'm glad they finally got it out here. It's a big one, guys. This is a big boy. It's a 5-bed, 4.5 bath, 3,547 square feet, and that is like its base. That's what it's like if you don't do anything with it. Obviously in this one we're going to see some upgrades, but yeah, as it comes like that. And for this particular one, this is in their classic style, because obviously we're in K Hov. So and the price point, so let me preference this, guys. Like, I try my best to get these out as soon as possible. Like, this community literally just opened, so they're still working out some of the prices. So as it stands right now, I think it's going to be somewhere like in that $550 range starting for this one. But again, don't quote me on that. Things can definitely change, but this is a brand new community. Like, as you can see, guys, they're out here working, like they're putting up houses. So try to get you that, you know, that exclusive first look, you know what I mean? So just like I said, don't hold me to that. But then the other thing, obviously, let you guys know, before you come out here, make sure you reach out to me, or reach out to any realtor for that fact, even if it's not me. You know, it's fine if it's not me, but just so you can have representation, because it's not gonna cost you anything, and you're gonna have somebody advocating for you in your corner. So right now, here we go here, 9-foot, the 9-foot doors, so you get that nice big grand feeling. This one has elevation on it. Obviously you can choose your elevation. This has like a little porch on it, but as we come in here, so as we come in, you know, nice open floor plan. Over here to the right, we have like a little office area. And again, guys, a lot of this stuff, I mean, almost everything as far as like the square footage of this house is going to be coming standard. Like, this isn't any type of upgrades. Like, obviously we know with K Hov, they have their specific aesthetics that'll give it, you know, the fixtures like the farmhouse, and we talked about that in other videos. But here we over here we have kind of our formal dining area, or I mean, you can turn it into whatever you want. But over here, and then over here, you got your staircase, you know, big wide staircase here. And we're going to get there, guys. I know y'all looking at it. I know y'all see it, but we're going to get there. So right here, we actually have, so you have a full bath right here. And this, again, this comes, I mean, sorry, not a full bath. What am I talking about, guys? Sorry. This is your powder room. So you're automatically going to have a powder room in this one. And you got a little closet right here as well. So basically you get a built-in in-law suite, to be honest with you. So this is the full bath right here. And this is I mean, it's small, but I mean, it's an ensuite. So I mean, if you wanted to have a guest, and like I said, this isn't an upgrade. This is how this comes. So you have You have a closet here. And then you have, this is the 5th bedroom that I mentioned. So it's a 5-bed, 4.5 bath. So you have a full bedroom down here just with the regular base floor plan. Cause this is a big house. Like, I mean, you guys are gonna see, like, this is a biggie. And it's, you know, it doesn't, you don't have to do a lot of changes to the footprint. And there you go, up the steps and then over, boom. I know y'all love it. I love it. You got that two-story ceiling, all these windows, massive, you know, just a ton of natural light just flooding in. And then over here, obviously, we have the open style floor plan that, you know, that everybody loves. Huge, massive island. I'm telling you, like, this is, I'm just going to be honest, like, this is I'm a sucker for 2-story ceilings. And if anybody who's talked to me in depth knows that I know they're a waste of space. Like, I know they are, but I just love them. I love the way they look, the type of different look it gives you. So this would be where you would go into your actual office here. I mean, your garage. So you would be coming through your garage, and then this is what you would come to. This is where it actually has a dedicated pantry. You have, you know, a coat closet here. And then as you come through here, you have a dedicated walk-in pantry. So that's definitely a nice feature. I know when I do show homes, sometimes people are like, where the pantry at? So, I mean, it is around the corner, so it's not, you know, the most convenient, but I definitely love that it has its own space and it's kind of out of sight. So through here, you know, obviously we're back in the kitchen. Big open space here. I mean, guys, this island is huge. Is it 10, 12-foot island or something like that? Like 2 of me could fit on here. This is the classic looks. Obviously, you can tell by like the shadow boxes and everything they have here. And then we come right into here. I mean, more than enough space to entertain. And then you got the big, huge 2-story ceiling, man. I talk about it a lot. I know it's negative space, but I mean, I'm just a sucker for it. You come along here, you can have, you know, a big enough table here, and then you still have that formal area right over here as well. So you can do whatever in there. I mean, you could close it off, 2 offices, playroom, whatever you want. And then through here, this will actually be an option. The house won't come with this, but you can do this option out here. Like I said, guys, this community is brand new. I don't think there's anybody living in the community as of yet. They've sold a few, but like I said, I try my best to get out here as soon as possible, so you guys don't watch these videos like, oh, Brandon, all the good houses are gone, or, you know, they're all sold out. But yeah, so you can actually do this covered deck as an option. It won't come standard. And then obviously over there, you see the walkout as well. I really like this. You put up a nice little fence. You got the backyard area here. So all the lots out here, I was going to talk about a little bit later, and obviously you'll see it in some of the drone footage. So the lots out here are, I think everything's at least about 1/3, I believe, but they do have some bigger home sites up to like half-acre home sites. So that's definitely another plus here. And yeah, man, I just love 2-story ceilings, and that's why it's one of my favorite. I'm gonna be honest, one of my favorite plans that I've seen, as far as like, you know, non-custom stuff. But yeah, bunch of light and just very, very open here. And again, all this is pretty much coming standard. Obviously, you know, if you want to add this, that's going to be an upgrade. But like the windows and the actual space itself is. So every house out here will come with a basement. It'll come unfinished, but you do have the option to finish it. They actually finished this one here, and this is a little bit different layout, but I mean, it'll come similar to this. So it's not even all finished out. And again, guys, when I'm giving you that square footage, that 35, this is without this finish. Like, so this is going to add at least another, 1,000 square feet or so. This is going to come with like the rec room, and it's going to come with a bedroom and a bathroom if you decide to finish it out. This walkout is an add-on. It won't come like this. You'll just get an egress window in the unfinished basement if you don't do anything. But I really like this. To get furniture down here, I mean, just to have a place, like if you do turn this into like a man cave or a place to entertain where you don't have to have people come through your house, it's really nice. I have one in my house, and I can't imagine having a basement without one after having one. So they don't have the bedroom in this, but you can actually add the bedroom in this one. I mean, this is kind of like where it would be. And again, even when they finish all this out, it's finished out without everything, without the actual, you still have this unfinished space too. So you could also add more if you wanted to in the future. So here we go. This is all unfinished space right here. And then this actually goes back here to like where your sub pump is. And I think out here they do have like a passive radon system. They do have a passive radon out here. I mean, radon's really not a huge issue, but I know a couple builders, build them in just in case there ever was. It is a tankless water heater, does come standard. And then it will come like with this vapor barrier as well. Like this is what the basement will look like unfinished. I don't think that they wouldn't have this drywall in the ceiling, but I don't know if they're going to potentially finish some stuff out here on this one or not. But I mean, ton of space, guys. Like, I mean, you saw even with that rec room, the way it is, you still have all this space behind the walls. So, I mean, in a house this big, you're definitely not going to have to worry about any type of additional storage at all. I mean, this one is an absolute monster. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead up and we're gonna head up into the to where the the main bedrooms are, the primary suites, and everything else. So let me take you there, give you another view of this here. It's standard. So let's go up here to where the bedrooms are. So over here you have your bedroom. This is the primary suite there. We'll get to that one. This is just like I think they call it like the stuff of life closet. You can just do whatever you want in here. I mean, guys, I don't think you're going to have an issue when it comes to any type of storage in this house, because this thing is massive. This is a primary suite, but we'll get to that. I know I'm being a little teased, but yeah, we'll get to that, because if you haven't seen my other videos, because I've shown this model before, but if you haven't seen them, I mean, it's very nice. And then you have the little kind of like catwalk here. And then you have like the little catwalk area here. And you have the little catwalk area here. And you kind of see over. I like this because you can still kind of, check on anything or do anything you want over here. And right over here, so you do have upstairs laundry room. You got a nice little linen closet in here. Utility tub, decent size, pretty, manageable. Utility tub upstairs. You know how I feel about upstairs laundry rooms. I think they're the best. And then you have your other room here. Nice little closet, decent size. They have this kind of spec'd out as a kind of an art room. I will say they do stuff really well here. Like, I do like their designs as far as like how the big like more production style builders go. They do have some of the best, floor plans and models in my opinion. So right here, we got a dual vanity here, coming through. Got the bathtub here with the tile surround. That's what they always do, no matter what. And then you'll always get either like LVT, like the luxury vinyl tile, or just tile in these, which is another nice addition. And then over here, you have the other bedroom. You have the other bedroom here. And decent, like, these are nice sized bedrooms. I mean, they're pretty big. And then you have like a little walk-in So, I mean, I have 2 girls, so even if they had the option of their own rooms, they still might sleep together because they, you know, they love each other, which is great. So, you know, still enough room for, you know, 2 separate beds. And then over here is kind of like I guess like a princess suite, if you know, if you were to say so, because this has its own bathroom here. So here you are, got your own, you know, own bathroom here. So maybe if you had an older child, or maybe one you like more than the other ones, I don't know, you give them their own bathroom. Or if, you know, if you do have, like, you know, you can kind of do like a multi-generational thing as well, you know, have, you know, the parents in one room and the kids in another. And obviously these 2 rooms share. And then you have the primary suite over here. Because I mean, this house, 3,500 square feet. I mean, I've sold houses with, you know, with 3-4 people in them, and, you know, 2,000 square feet, 1,500 square feet. I mean, so there's definitely enough space in here. So here you got this huge master suite, tray ceiling. I mean, this king size bed looks kind of small in here. So more than enough space to do whatever in here. Any type of configuration you have, you want to put a little couch over here, maybe a little TV or something, you can do it. No problem at all. Yeah, I mean, this is a huge primary suite. And then we come into here. This is their upgraded bathroom. So you got floor to ceiling tile, the rainfall shower head. You know, that's my Jimmy Jam. And then you have the tub here as well. You know, got to put some frosted, or, you know, they got curtains on it. You got to make sure you close them so you don't give nobody a free show. And then over here, you got the separate vanities, so everybody can have their own space. You know, the honeycomb tile. And then you still have, you still got your own linen closet. So you put all your linens in there, and then you still have the water closet as well. I'm breaking like all the rules in real estate. Like, I think every toilet that I've shown in here has been up. They always tell you to make sure that they're down, you know, when you're taking pictures and stuff. I didn't really prepare this, so I just went through it. And this right here is kind of like, I have so many people tell me like they need space, they need space, they need space. Like, this is more than enough space. Like, I have seen, you know, I've seen like primary suites that aren't as big as this closet. So, I mean, this is easily probably one of the biggest closets I've ever toured or seen in a model at all. And so, yeah, so if you're someone who needs a lot of closet space, this is your dream. I mean, I can do laps in this thing. But yeah, more than enough space to do whatever you need to do in that one. And then we'll come back through, give you another look here. I really do like I said, I mean, I just don't say things kind of like to Sam. Like, I just try to keep it as real as possible, guys. Like, if I don't like something, I'll tell you. But I'm gonna be honest with you. This is like one of my like favorite floor plans. This is definitely the favorite floor plan of K Hov that I have, like, period. This is the favorite one, at least I've seen so far. They are coming out with new floor plans as well, and we're actually going to see one. From my understanding, this next one that we're going to see, the Baltic, it's only available here. This is like the first time they're bringing it to Delaware, as far as I think it's available in maybe some of their other markets. But from here, from what I was told, that this was the only market that it was available in. So we're gonna go see that one, and that one is a pretty big one too, guys. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. And just like I said, I'll do a couple, you know, drone videos and stuff. I almost fell. I do that every time I come here. But I'll do a couple drone videos so you can see it. Like, this community is brand new. There's gonna be, I think, somewhere around like 90 lots. I'll drive around a bit, obviously, so you see. There's not very many roads for me to drive, so that's why I kind of got to rely on the drone. So I'll put some drone footage up so you can kind of see the like the area itself. I mean, it's in between, so it's kind of like a continuation of an old subdivision. You kind of see it over there called Woodfield, so this is kind of like the newer side. But I mean, it's still out here in the cut. And like I said, I have the one looking at the site map, and I'll probably put it up before we go. There's some that's in here that are more than like a half acres. All right, guys, so this one right here is called the Baltic. This one's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,905 square feet. This is in their farmhouse look. And again, like I said before, guys, don't kill me on these prices. Like, I'm probably one of the only people that actually say prices, honestly. But like I said, they're still building. Like, they just started out here. Like, literally, like the model just opened. I don't even like, so I know there's some differences. So it may be a little bit of, you know, it may be a little bit different depending on when you're watching this or whatever. But instead you're starting around like 471,000, like 471,990 or something to that extent. So with that being said, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. This one does have a porch as well, and then you know, 9-foot door. This one, this is my first time seeing this one, obviously. So as we're coming through here, you got your little office space area. I know a lot of people want a home office, so you still have one of those in here. Home office space here. And then right over here, this is where your basement entrance would be. This one's pretty big down here as well. I'm gonna just throw it down here so to kind of show you what like an unfinished basement would look like. I think they're actually going to finish this one. I'm not sure, but you got the walkout still. You would have an egress, obviously, if you don't finish it, and then the ceiling wouldn't be, you know, like drywall. They do have a 3-piece here, and they kind of like framed it out so you can kind of see. This one's really straightforward. So I mean, obviously this is where, you know, you're gonna have your bathroom. You can potentially finish that out and then finish all this out or leave it unfinished. But definitely recommend, guys, if you're gonna do anything with a basement, man, get a walkout. I know it costs a little bit more, but I don't think you're gonna regret it. I've never had nobody say like, man, I wish I didn't get that walkout. Because I mean, you just use it, you know, it's just so convenient. That's another good thing, like, so if you do have something, and I guess in this one, if you didn't get the walkout, like, people don't have to come through your entire house to get to the basement. They just make that, you know, bust that right and go right downstairs. So down here, you got your pantry, another kind of walk-in pantry area. Big island. This is like in their farmhouse. They're doing something a little bit different with this package, this appliance package. It's like this white kind of, reminds me of like the bespoke type things. But it is the farm, and you can do that. You can upgrade to that package on either one. It is natural gas out here. So you got the natural gas oven. You got your double oven set up, like, well, your additional oven with the microwave built in, big, huge island, granite countertop, sink in the island. I know some people don't like it, but unfortunately with this, one of the drawbacks is that you don't have much, you know, customization when it comes to, I guess, actual like structural stuff. So we open up into the living room. Again, nice open floor plan. Got the deck on the back. That would be an add-on as well. And then right here, this is where you got a full bath. You got a full bath right here. You got your linen closet. And then you got a bedroom here. So I guess the main difference with this one is because it is a bit smaller, and like I said, it doesn't come with that half bath. So whoever, if you have company, they're going to use that bathroom, as well as if you have a guest or something, they're going to use that bathroom as well, because that's the full bath. And then you have, this would be your garage. And again, this is the like the design center. When I talk about you know, loft, farmhouse, classic and stuff. This is how K Hov does it. I mean, you've probably seen enough of my videos, but these are the different aesthetics. You just choose the aesthetic and boom. So it kind of gets rid of that, some of that decision fatigue that you get when you're buying a new house. But I mean, if you're someone who, you know, wants that full customization, then, you know, this might not be the answer for you. But if not, and then in some of these models, you can do a 3-car garage as well. So if you're someone who needs a bit of a bigger, more garage space, or a garage is really important to you, that's also an option as well with a bunch of their models. I'm pretty sure with the Stavanger, this one, and the actual, I think like the Aberdeen, you can do like a 3-car garage. And then right through here, obviously you got the fireplace. They didn't do any type of facade on it for that one. The one thing I will say is there's a lot of steps. They do offer ranchers out here too. Like I said, they build an Aberdeen and some other stuff out here. I mean, I've shown that on my other channel. So, but this is the big difference here, is that you're gonna have like a full size like loft. Like this is a whole like loft area. So I mean, I could see this really being really good for my kids, like somewhere for them to do like their homework or something, or just have like a little space for them. So that's pretty cool. And then you have the upstairs laundry room. Again, I won't keep beating a dead horse. I just think it's really convenient. I mean, for me personally, the risk, the reward outweighs the risk. And then you got a little closet in here as well. So you could put shelving in here. I mean, I guess you could, I don't know what you would do there, but I guess if there's anything you needed, you know, quick access to upstairs that you didn't want to put anywhere else, you could do that there. Your primary is going to be right here. So if you are sitting in your primary, you keep an eye out, or, you know, what have you. Obviously, we'll get to that. But over here are where the other bedrooms are going to be located. So this is the first additional bedroom here. And, you know, I guess the only real main difference with this one is that it doesn't have like the ensuite bathroom like the other one we saw with, I guess they call it a princess suite or a prince suite, you know, depending on who you have. But you do have a nice little, you know, walk-in area. Obviously, I mean, with these wire racks, if you put your own type of shelving in it, you'll be able to, you know, you'll be able to use the space a lot more efficiently. So give you another here. And then coming across, you got another linen closet, because these 3 bedrooms are all going to share that one bath. So you got another, honestly, this looks like this would be like a cool, like looking like podcast room or something. I'm actually redoing my office because it's going to start getting cold out, so I'm not going to be able to keep doing all these home tours. So I'm going to have to get back in the home office. Actually, my wife redid it for me because I suck at all that design stuff, guys. I see a lot of stuff and I get ideas here and there, but yeah, no, this looks like a cool little like definitely like a little study, or I don't know why podcast first thing. I guess because, you know, I do all this stuff on YouTube. I'm always looking at it. But yeah, this is really cool. And then you have, you know, dual vanity. You got the bathroom tub with the tile surround. Toilet. Finally, guys, finally one's closed, y'all. Finally one's down. But yeah, coming across, you got this right here, and then you have your third bedroom here. So that is a nice touch. I just noticed that now as I'm walking through it, is that they're all going to have that walk-in closet. They're all going to have that walk-in closet area here. So that's a nice touch. But yeah, this is another big house. You know, almost 3,000 square feet. And then if you finish out the basement, you'll get there in no time. And then obviously you have another, I guess this would be another, I guess like stuff of life room. I guess you can do whatever you want in here because it's not it's not a linen closet, or at least it's not, you know, modeled to be a linen closet, because your linen closet's right here. But let's get over to the primary suite. So you come in over here, and you get a nice division. I feel like if you got your kids over there, they're not far enough, or whoever else over there, they're not far away from you, but they're close enough. They're in earshot. But yeah, we got the primary suite here. Nice big, you know, vaulted ceiling here. The walk-in is actually right here, and this is a big walk-in. Again, you know how I feel about this wire shelving stuff, but you know that can't be helped. That's just how everybody does it. But if you put actually like some good different shelves in here, you maximize that space. And then we have, you know, the king bed, 2 nightstands, a little chair here, put a little couch over here if you wanted. Kind of see out the back again. Like I said, I'll try to get you some drone shots of the area. I mean, we're right off, I don't know if you see those cars over there, but I mean, we're right off of Irish Hill Road. So that'll take you right into, you know, Camden, Dover, everywhere else. So very, very centrally located. I mean, you could take that, you can either go into Camden, or you can take it the other way and take it all the way to 1. If you wanted to hop on 1 to maybe go to the Air Force Base, or if you wanted to go north towards Christiana, or if you wanted to go south towards the beaches. So again, you got the upgrade in this one as well. So that's the difference between the upgraded shower. I didn't know you could do this, but I guess you can do the tub without doing the upgraded shower. I thought it all came as one package. But yeah, so that's the big difference. So with the upgraded shower, it's gonna go tile to ceiling, and then you're gonna get the rainfall. With this one, you just have, this is what the traditional, you know, shower would look like, non-upgraded. But they do have the tub in this one. So I didn't know you could do them separately, but I guess they're changing things up a little bit. And then you have, you know, your water closet. So if you got to use the bathroom, you can close that, and you know, you still take a shower or a bath. The one thing that is a little, it just feels a little exposing. I don't know how to explain it when it doesn't have like that knee wall over there. It's just, and you can just see, like, you know, while you're in the shower. Because I guess it's just because I've been used to showers. I haven't had like a glass enclosure shower in any of my houses ever. So I'm used to a shower curtain. So it's just always, I took a shower in one, and I was just like, I just feel like everybody's looking at me. Everybody can see me. There's nobody else in there. I guess that's one of the weird things. You know, even I get self-conscious sometimes. I know I do all these videos for you guys to put myself on the internet, but yeah, Brandon feels a little self-conscious sometimes. But again, that was the Baltic. From my understanding, it's only available in this community. Or this is like, maybe it might not be available only in this community, but it's one of the newer models that they're bringing to Delaware. Because I don't want to misspeak, but I know around at least in Kent County, I don't think you can get this built. Like K Hov doesn't build this model anywhere else. So if this is one of, you know, the model you really like. So with that being said, let's hop in. We'll drive around the area. I'll take you to, you know, kind of where you would go to do kind of your day-to-day shopping at, and everything from there. So we'll drive around the community a little bit, kind of see some of the lots. I'll try to put up the lot map too. I'll take a picture of it and try to get that lot map so you can kind of see, because as you can see, guys, and I mean, as you'll see in the footage, like this place is brand new. So it's a lot of opportunity here. Get in while, you know, they're starting, because that's where typically where you see the best deals is going to be, you know, in the beginning and at the end. So, or if like the market just completely slows down because people want to sell houses. But let's go take a little quick ride around, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like this community is so new, like I can't even really show you like all the lots and the roads and stuff. Like I kind of just have to rely on, you know, some of the drone footage I shot, because the roads aren't even in yet. That's how new this community is. So I mean, it's gonna be 95 lots out here, and they're gonna start at about a third of an acre. But there's some that are, you know, there's quite a few that are at least a half an acre or bigger than that 0.3 because these houses are wide, especially that Stavanger model, and that Stavanger model can fit on any one of the houses. This is the Cesar Rodney School District. Again, guys, I'll try to get some drone footage so you can see a little bit more of the community, like how it'll twist and turn and all that other good stuff. But it's not really much I can show out here. Again, like I said, it is Cesar Rodney. It's going to come with basements. The other good thing is that they're not, I mean, I guess this is a good or a bad thing. So there's not going to be like any sort of amenities in the community per se, like a clubhouse or anything. So it's going to keep your HOA pretty low. So from what I saw, the HOA was pretty reasonable. So there's one of two ways that you can kind of go when you come out of here. So for pretty much everything, you're going to go to like that Camden Dover area. So when you come out of here, you can either, because this is on Peachtree Lane, so you can either go, you can take this left, and this will take you all the way down, and this will pop you out. This will pop you out at right at that Walmart. The way I'm going to take you is I'm just going to take you through like Irish Hill. So this is kind of like, I just want to take you the Irish Hill way just so you can see like how close it is. So when we come out here to the stop sign, you're going to see it. You can either turn left or right. You can either turn left or right. If I make this left out here, if you make this left out here, it's going to take you to Route 1. So you can get right to Route 1. So if you're someone who has to commute, or like if you're military or you got to go to the Dover Air Force Base, it's going to be very easy. I mean, it's like 5-10 minute drive. Or if you want to get like more so into Dover, or if you want to go even more north, if you wanted to go up towards, you know, let's say Smyrna, Middletown, anything like that, you could take that, or you can go south and you can head towards the beaches. So it's a really like nice location. The thing I like about it, because literally, guys, I live right around the corner in a different community, but and I've showed that community before, Pinehurst. But what it is that it's very like, it kind of leaves you like, it gives you where you're a little bit further out. So it feels a bit rural when you come out here if you don't know what you're, like if you've never been in the area, but it's really not. So I like that it gives you a little bit of a, you know, kind of a laid back atmosphere, and you're not like right there, right off of, you know, Route 13 or anything like that. But again, it's going to be, I mean, it's super quick. Like I said, you can go either way. Like I said, if I went the other way, I guess this is kind of a roundabout way, but I just wanted to show you. But this is going to take me right to 13. And then from here, I mean, again, you have an option. Again, you can either go south or north. If you go north, you're going to head towards Camden and everywhere else. If you head south, you're going to be more so like if you stay on 13 heading south that way, you're going to run into like the Harrington area. So where the Delaware State Fair is, where the Delaware State Fair is held, where the Harrington Casino is. But yeah, I mean, one of the drawbacks about here, because I mean, I just don't want to make it seem like overly like this is the best thing since sliced bread. One of the drawbacks is that, you know, you do have like these roads that you're looking at now, like at nighttime, you know, there's a few kind of like lights on, but I mean, it's not the best well lit, and we are somewhat rural out here, so you do have to keep, you know, your head on a swivel for deer and everything. Because when I come down here, especially if it's late at night, I'm making sure I'm not looking at nothing else. Like I'm looking to make sure no deer jump out in front of the car. It hasn't happened too often though. I think it's because they are building so much in this area that a lot of them are just, you know, just going elsewhere. But there used to be a lot more, you know, kind of farmland in the area. Because when I first moved out here, neither one of those communities you saw or even like thought about, that was all just like corn and like open land. So as we come up to here, so at this stop sign, this is Canterbury, or Canterbury, I don't know if, yeah. So if you make this left, this will take you to Milford. So you can get to Milford Milford, Harrington, Dover, Camden, like it's all very easy to get to. It just depends on how quick you wanna get there. Because if you go down, you could take one and just, you know, go on one and get to Milford as well. Because actually, so I have 3 children, so I have 2 girls and a boy. My boy is my youngest. So my 2 girls were both at Kent. Because they didn't have the Sussex campus yet. And when we had my son, it was just easier for me to hop on one and just go down there. But I mean, both, because I know people ask me about healthcare a lot, both of them are within, I want to say 15 to 20 minutes, especially if like you're hustling to get there. The only reason why we went to Sussex is because that's where her OBGYN was actually right there, and he actually delivered our baby. So that was just easier for her. But I mean, it is probably an easier straight shot because there is no lights. Because the only thing about 13 is kind of like our local traveling. So this is where all of our shops and everything else are going to be located. Route 1 is kind of like our highway. There ain't nothing on Route 1. You're just straight shot. So the way Delaware is set up, and I probably mentioned this before, is that I mean, it's set up from north to south all day. Like we're set up to get people down to the beaches because that's where you know our bread and butter is, and we're set up to get them back to like Wilmington and those, you know, populated areas. So our north to south travel is very easy. When you start talking east to west, that's when it gets like more so these back roads. Because I mean, to be honest, you know, Milford is more east, so that's why you don't have like a straight shot to it, but you can get on it to 1. So if you stay on 1, you'll be able to get to wherever you need to. But that's our quickest route. But you're not going to see anything. So what I probably recommend, if you're someone who's traveling, who's like, you know, wants to see Delaware and see like what's around and stuff, if you come off, like if you're driving from, you know, New York, New Jersey, wherever, it doesn't matter where you're at, even if you're up in like northern Delaware coming down here, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I lived in northern Delaware for 19 years, like in Newcastle County, and I hardly ever came down to Kent County at all. So I didn't know much. So I think a lot of people might be the same, because I'm gonna just be honest, there's not much reason for you to come down here. I mean, unless you go to Del State, or, you know, you have family down here, or you're coming from maybe the Delaware State Fair, because that's a big thing. Or maybe you're going to a show to Bally's. I mean, but a lot of times, not a big reason to come down here if you're from Newcastle County. But I would recommend just taking 13, because then you're going to see everything that's around you for the most part. Now, there may be, you know, in certain areas like Newark and Middletown where you could take a turn here, a turn there, and you can see a little bit more. But if you just, for the majority of the time, if you take 13 coming down, Route 13, you're going to see a lot of the local, like what the local day-to-day is going to look like for the most part. So just a quick tip, you know, tidbit for you guys there, that you're probably going to want to take that, because if you're on 1, you're not going to see nothing but highway. So you're going to be like, when you're driving, you're going to be like, man, it's a lot of farmland here. It's a lot of land here, because that's all you're going to see from Route 1. But when you get on the 13, you'll see more of like the local shopping, just like these videos I do for you guys. 9 times out of 10, when you don't see me on Route 1 at all, because there's nothing there to show you guys. But like I said, so with this, I mean, you got Walgreens, liquor store, Chinese, pizza place, ice cream place, gas station. It's not far along. I mean, it says we're 9 minutes from when I started, you know, from when I started the video. So, and I mean, obviously, if I didn't talk as much and I was actually going a bit faster, because I'm, you know, driving and talking at the same time, you know, you're talking about everything you need is going to be within, you know, 10 minutes tops. So I know it can be a little daunting, because people tell me this all the time. Like, we went out to Felton, we went out to Magnolia, ain't nothing around there. And it's just because that's just the way it's kind of set up. And I mean, I think people really, I guess it's kind of a shock to people, but I mean, I would think that most people would want it that way, to where as though you're not right on a major highway, but you're kind of off out, and then, you know, you just got to drive a little bit, and then you have your nice quiet, you know, subdivision, cul-de-sac, whatever it is. And then when you want to come out to the main highway, you can get out there. So you're not going to have like that road noise and all those other things that come along with being right up against a highway. Because I mean, this is like the main artery through Delaware. But as you can see, I mean, what, 10 minutes in, and I'm in Camden. I've done videos in, you know, both Felton, because we did technically pass Felton this way. That's why I say, like, it's very, like, don't let the streets and the town, like, kind of throw you off, because we're so small that you blink and you're in another city or town. So right now we're in Camden. Like, we're in Camden. So in that matter of time, I was in Magnolia. I passed through, because where I live at is considered Felton, and we passed where I lived at, and now we're in Camden. So that light I just passed, that's where you would come out if I took that back way through Peachtree. But yeah, we got a Lowe's, banking. I think they're building a Popeyes. We got a Honda. It's actually where I bought my Honda from. And then we got Walmart and this huge Camden town center. You can see a little bit more about Camden if you want, because like I said, I have a video where I tour Camden. But everything is, I mean, for the most part, everything is very close. I know it doesn't look like it when you first get down here or when you first look at some of these areas, but I promise you, all you got to do is just drive 5-10 minutes and you're going to be right back into, you know, civilization for the most part. And we even got a Starbucks, guys. I know they're talking about closing some of these down, but the Starbucks is here as of right now, and they just built this one, so I don't think they would close it. But yeah, so if you're someone who needs to be close to a Starbucks because you need to be there, then we got you covered here. But with that being said, guys, if there's any other communities you want to see, or if you just want to do more research on Delaware, I have a ton of videos on the channel. Feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my info on screen again. Again, I'm not a hard guy to get a hold of. Text me, call me, send me an email, whatever you want. I'll be sure to get back to you. And if you're curious about learning more about Delaware or want to see more videos, I'll put them right here.